What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Trend or Trap, presented by TrendsCenter. I'm Dan Karpuc. Today is Wednesday, March 18th, and we've got a great episode lined up for you. Joining me today is Joe Madden of Joe Madden Sports, one of the sharpest minds in the betting space. Today we're breaking down a mix of NBA, college hoops, NHL, diving into the data, the trends, the market movement to figure out one simple question for each pick. Is it a trend worth tailing or a trap you should be fading? Let's get right into it. Let's start with the NBA. Dating back to May of last season, when the Celtics won their last game with a total of 225 or under, the next game then went 20-1 to the under. That's 95.24%, plus 18.9 units, 81.82% ROI. Boston beat the Suns last time out, and the closing total was just 216.5, so the trend is active. Tonight, Boston plays the Warriors, so I have to ask you, is this a trend with under 214.5 the best bet, or is this a trap with over as the best play?
We're seeing this total, Dan, and it's rapidly dropping. It was 216.5. At 214.5, though, I still think this is a trend. This is a trend you definitely want to follow. Look at both of these teams to come out nice and solid defensively. I'm not expecting that fast pace out there. And the Golden State Warriors, they're trying to get a play-in spot. They're sitting at 33-35 on the season. They can't allow the Boston Celtics to come out, hit their threes, and be able to put easy points on the board. I'm expecting this to be a lower scoring defensive battle. I love the trend there. That's a great one.
Love it. I love it. And now a word for our partner Better. You new users who sign up with the code TrendsCenter can get 2 no-sweat tokens with up to $200 back in bonus entries, plus a free pick. If your entry doesn't hit, you'll get the stake back in bonus credit. With a minimum $10 initial deposit, you can unlock up to $200 in no-sweat entries and start betting player props on Better picks right away. Over $250 million has already been won on Better. Will you be the next? Today, you could even take advantage of a free pick of Kevin Durant over 0.5 points plus rebounds. I think that's probably going to hit tonight. Seriously, talk about a no-brainer. Eligibility is new users only, and it's available in most states at 18 plus, 19 plus in Alabama, Colorado, 21 plus in Arizona, Massachusetts, and Virginia. Let's talk some NCAA tournament. Over the last 19 years, when an equal or lower seed in the NCAA tournament is favored to win by 5 or more points, and the total is 135 or higher, they've gone 164, 108, and 2 against the spread. That's 60.29%, plus 45.2 units and a 15% ROI. That's active for SMU and Miami, Ohio tonight. So is this a trend with SMU minus 6.5 the best bet, or a trap with Miami, Ohio plus 6.5 the best option?
Dan, I got to go with this one being a trap. This is just too many points for SMU. I know everyone's talking about Miami, Ohio, and how they didn't have a hard schedule, but SMU, who did they really play as well? I'm looking at Miami, Ohio in this one, and I do think this offense will be hard for SMU to slow down. I think they're going to push the pace. Now, SMU will try to control the glass, and if they can control the glass and win that rebound battle, they have every chance of getting the win. A bat laying 6.5 points with them here is just too many. I'm looking for Miami, Ohio to keep this one tight and competitive. I think that trend is a trap.
All right, we'll see what happens. Now, a quick word for our friends over at ProfitX. We're excited to partner with ProfitX, giving TrendsCenter users another place to tail March Madness trends directly in the market. New users who sign up with code TrendsCenter can take advantage of a 20% purchase match up to $100, helping you get started with extra bankroll right away. If you're seeing a trend or system you like in the TrendsCenter app, you can now tail it at ProfitX and get in on the action. New users only, available in most states. Once again, 19 plus years old. If you or someone you know is a problem gambler, call 1-800-GAMBLER for help. And finally, debate number 3, we have to go to the ice. You, of course, are an NHL expert, so let's see what you think about this trend. When the Hurricanes have played a divisional opponent at home over the last 2 seasons, they've gone 25-2 straight up. That's 92.59% for almost 22 units in 33.59% ROI. They host the Penguins tonight as minus 170 favorites, so you might not want to single bet them, but is this a good parlay leg in line with the trend, or are they a trap to fade in this instance?
You know what? Normally, I would say absolutely grab the Carolina Hurricanes tonight. They've won the last 9 here versus the Pittsburgh Penguins when they're at home. So those trends all make sense, Dan. I love where you're coming at with that. But you've got to look at the Carolina Hurricanes tonight and their scheduling spot. Second night of a back-to-back, and the Pittsburgh Penguins are coming off a big win on Monday. They came out with Malcolm back on the ice. They dominated versus the Colorado Avalanche, winning at 7-2. The momentum is going to come into this one. This is a battle of the Metro, with the Carolina Hurricanes, of course, sitting first with a lot of wiggle room, by the way, and then a second for the Pittsburgh Penguins. Now, these teams do face up again on Sunday. So, second night of a back-to-back, Frederik Andersen expected between the pipes. I do expect this to be a tight battle, maybe one that's decided in overtime, but I do give a little bit of an edge here to the Pittsburgh Penguins. I would be terrified to put the Carolina Hurricanes in a parlay piece tonight, just because you gotta lay a ton of juice, and the Penguins are live to pull off this win. So I'm looking for a low scoring one in which I wouldn't trust the Carolina Hurricanes tonight.
All right, so going against that big trend there. That's going to do it for today's episode of Trender Trap. Big thanks, as always, to Joe for joining the show. And you can find all the trend systems and betting tools we discussed today inside the TrendsCenter app. It's built to help you spot value, make smarter bets every single day. We just completely also revamped the entire app. You have a For You page, tailing bets option, and rewards program. This is a perfect time to claim a free 3-day trial. And if you enter code Trophy50, one word, Trophy50 at checkout, we'll give you 50% off your first month of premium access. If you enjoyed this episode, be sure to subscribe, leave a review, and share it with someone who's trying to beat the books just like we are. For Joe Madden, I'm Dan Karpuc. Good luck with your bets, and we will see you next time.